thing will break.
So I think the couple of things that just came in, Matt, just a question about really the breadth of biotech research in Connecticut. And I think that that's a really wonderful question and a goal for BioPath. You know, Peter and I are currently working on the second needs assessment. We did one in 2015, 2016. We just did one again in partnership with others, Jackson Labs, number of other, BioCT is an organization you may have heard of. If you haven't, check it out. But we'll be getting information out to you. Again, you're our first group that we've interacted with. And again, I want to thank you so much for this. And this is really the start for us in terms of thinking of ways that we can provide resources to the K through 12 community. You are the pipeline, you know, and to your question, Matt, about what's going on in Connecticut in biotech, really, really strong. And workforce is really a bottleneck. Two bottlenecks that I'm hearing from these companies, and as Sir Joe will agree with this, I think, are workforce and space. So New Haven right now is building wet lab space. That's happening. And a whole new building is going to go in across the street from Alexion. And by the way, Alexion is still there. For those of you who've heard that Alexion left, the research groups are still in those buildings downtown New Haven. So, so really, bioscience is very strong in the state of Connecticut. Peter and I are getting calls all the time for companies that are looking to hire. And this is only going to continue to grow. And it's going to continue to grow more and more if we have the talent. Because that's where companies, when they do leave, that's part of the reason why they do leave. They tell us this, because they don't have the people to hire. So, so not to put a lot of pressure on you and the teachers in the state, but we need it. We need to be all hands on deck to really, for the state of Connecticut, start producing that workforce and produce it in a way where we have everyone thinking about it as a possibility. So that's why, for my passion, it's about those underrepresented groups, those that don't think about science and technology. We need to get everybody thinking about it. So with that, Peter, I think you put in the chat box a survey. Please do complete that survey. You know, give us the feedback on this session today. I think that, and I want to thank the professional learning community, the teachers that put this together, Peter, Somi, Michael, you know, and Joe for the many meetings, you know, in terms of putting together a presentation that I think was so accessible. I learned a lot from that presentation. And I think that going forward, we're going to want to hear from you about other activities that we can offer. So we're thinking, you know, these exchanges to get the conversation started, but then a component of the academy is also going to be some very targeted professional development and resources. So resources potentially that could be loaned out by schools. So that's the idea. So Peter, did you have anything else that you wanted to comment on in closing?
I mean, I couldn't have said it better than you. I mean, you've been doing this for so many years, and you know, Christine, it's a pleasure to work with you, and Somi and Mike and Joe. You know, you're such a dedicated individual, and you know, as we do this, and you know, we certainly want to follow up with Joe, but we also want to, you know, like Christine said, you know, offer. You know, I hesitate to call this professional development because I'm sure you're loath to hear professional development based on what I'm hearing these days. But, you know, we do want to really service you, the educators. And I'm so glad that you were all, you know, able to join us this morning. So if you want, stick around. You can tell us what you think. But, you know, please, you know, complete our survey, because that will give us the information that we need to then plan our next steps. You know, how, quite frankly, can we best support you? So, and with that, thank you so much.
Thank you. Any parting comments, folks? Again, it's about, really, that's why we called it an exchange. You know, we spent some time thinking about this, and it really is about setting up that dialogue. This is the start. But we look forward to continuing the conversation.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Enjoy the Saturday. And again, thank you for sharing your time with us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Joe.
Enjoy the sun. It's supposed to be beautiful.
And so, yeah, Kim, maybe Kim's still there. Oh, Kim headed out. Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably connect separately, I think, too. So it's great. Well, thank you, everybody. Yeah, I think enjoy the day. Fill out, I'm hopeful Peter will be collecting the surveys as well. So I think that will,
Of course.
we'll share our information that way.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks
Thank
a lot,
you.
Joe.
So we'll schedule a follow-up, everybody.
Great. All right.
Thanks.
All right.
Take care.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye-bye.